What's going on, folks? My name is LB, the realist. This is Surrealistic Studios, Surreal News, where the real is surreal, and it gets most surreal, folks. So check this out. This is, I guess you can call this breaking news, or this is crazy. So, reported civilian death toll of U.S. drone strike reaches 9, all from the same family. This is from CNN. I'm reading to you from The Guardian here, theguardian.com. So let's check this out here. 9 members of one family were killed in the U.S. drone strike targeting a vehicle in the residential neighborhood of Kabul, according to a relative of those killed, reported by CNN. The overall civilian death toll remains unclear. Earlier, we reported that at least 3 children were killed in the Hellfire missile strike, which struck a vehicle carrying Islamic State suicide bombers in Kabul's densely populated Kajai Bugera neighborhood, according to an Afghan official quoted by the AP. The U.S. has said it was assessing the possibilities of having killed or injured civilians in the airstrike. Military officials said the vehicle was carrying explosives and that the initial strike set off secondary explosions which damaged the building. Those killed included 6 children, the youngest being a 2-year-old girl. The brother of one of the dead told local journalists working with CNN. He cried as he told the journalists that they were an ordinary family. We are not ISIS or Daesh, and this was a family home where my brothers lived with their families. A man named Ahad, who said he was a neighbor of the family, told CNN, all the neighbors tried to help and brought water to put out the fire, and I saw that there were 5 or 6 people dead. The father of the family and another young boy, and there were 2 children. They were dead. They were in pieces. They were also 2 wounded. A local journalist who visited the scene soon after the airstrike told CNN that whatever materials was in the car, I don't know. The car was in a very bad state. Just a skeleton of the car was left. The journalist was told by family members of the deceased that there were 2 cars parked at the home and that one of the cars contained one of the fathers and his 3 children getting ready to go to a family event. It comes after at least 40 civilians attending a wedding party in September 2019 were killed by explosions and gunfire during a raid by U.S.-backed Afghan government forces on a nearby Islamist militant hideout, according to officials. Just days after a U.S. drone strike aimed at militants hiding among farmers killed 32 pine nut harvesters. Wow. So again, this is coming to you from The Guardian and CNN. So... okay, that was 47 minutes ago, or this is 40 minutes ago. The Taliban have condemned the U.S. drone strikes against suspected suicide bombers in Kabul, saying it had violated Afghanistan's sovereignty. Zabihullah Mujahid, a spokesperson for the Taliban, said civilians had suffered casualties in the U.S. strike, and a house had been hit. We are investigating the reason for the airstrike and the exact number of casualties, he said, according to the New York Times. Bilal Karimi, another Taliban spokesperson, told CNN it was not right to conduct operations on others' soil and that the U.S. should have informed the Taliban. Whenever the U.S. conducts such operations, we condemn them, he said. Wow, and then they have some pictures here showing all the destruction. Imran Faraz on Twitter says, U.S. drone strikes kill civilians in the middle of Kabul while many worldwide protests yesterday demanded what exactly? More drones and more flawed war on terror. Wow. Richard Hanania says, amazing how in the immediate aftermath of every high-profile terrorist attack, the government becomes hyper-competent, able to locate evildoers with perfect precision and lightning speed. I'm sure no civilian casualties either, just perfect performance. This was in response to an article that says U.S. drone strike targets suspected ISIS-K threat near Kabul airport. So there you have it, folks. Jennifer Griffin on Twitter at 12:13 p.m. today says, new U.S. official confirms 2 suicide bombers were in explosive laden vehicle targeted by U.S. drone strike today. The vehicle targeted by the U.S. drone was parked when the drone struck. Airstrike occurred about 3 kilometers from the Kabul airport. The drone flew out of UAE. And again, they're reporting that, 6 children were actually killed. So there we have it, folks. Let me see here. Those killed included 6 children, the youngest being a 2-year-old girl. The brother of one of the dead told a local journalist working with CNN. So take it with a grain of salt, folks, but it's not out of the realm of possibilities. Or, you know, this is our reality, that whenever we have these drone strikes or airstrikes, we kill civilians. And in this case, it seems as though we killed 6 children. And we have people that are still arguing that we stay there. We have people that are still arguing for war. Nope. Get the F out. Get the F out. This is the consequence. Stories like this. Propaganda, it just makes us, you know, go against each other, and actually turns the focus away from what's really important, and not, you know, spreading democracy in the world, but leaving people to their own devices and letting them determine their own futures, letting them make their own decisions, not playing the world's policeman, or acting like we're playing the world's policeman, and really just trying to kill people for money and power. So leave me your thoughts in the comment section below, folks. Like, share, subscribe, all that jazz. Love, peace, and light. Until next time, find all my information down below, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. I'm out.